Hey y'all, Jill here, and welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. This week I did a day in the life vlog and told you guys I was headed to pick up my Azure Standard order, and I wanted to do an Azure haul for you. So these are staples that we are buying for our family of now 6. We have the things that we're buying about every 2 to 3 months, and then we have the things that we're buying monthly. So this is one of our hauls of the things that we're not buying every single month, but these are those Azure staples that we are buying about every 2 to 3 months, making sure we're stocked up. So if you aren't familiar with Azure Standard, it's like a co-op, and I'm probably doing a poor job of explaining it, but you go online, you order every single month, or you don't have to, but you can place your order once a month. They have different drop sites in different cities, literally in so many different states. So you choose which drop site is the closest to you, and then it gets delivered on an 18-wheeler. What we love about Azure Standard is that you're able to get those big bulk things that are organic, they are grown and sourced from farmers, so it's just a really great place. And if you're a larger family, you're really able to save a lot because you can buy in bulk. All right, so the first staple that we are buying religiously is butter. So we are a sourdough bacon family. We go through a lot of butter. It is primarily what we are cooking with, as well as tallow and lard from our pigs. So we want to make sure that we are always buying butter in bulk because we use so much of it. Now, this is not the butter that we typically get. They were out of stock of our normal butter, which just comes in blocks. I'll pop a photo here if you're interested in that. But when we started shopping around, because we realized they were out of stock, we found that these rolls are a lot cheaper. So these are 1 pound rolls. So it comes in this box. It's an organic European vat cultured butter. There's 15 pounds, so there are 15 of these 1 pound little rolls, which ended up being super affordable. So we'll keep these frozen, and what we'll do is when we pull them out, we'll probably cut them in half, and we'll leave half on the counter for use, and then we'll just stick the other half in the fridge. So this is a really affordable way if you're a big baker, maybe you are just using a butter a lot to cook with. Definitely a cheaper option to go ahead and order in a bulk like this. I actually really like these tubes. So 15 1 pound little tubes here of organic butter. We absolutely love these. Another staple we are always buying is our cheese. You guys, not only is cheese expensive, we're pretty rural where we are, and so we don't actually have great options at the grocery store for organic cheese, and certainly not raw milk cheese. And so we are buying, it's from Sierra Nevada. It's an organic raw milk white cheddar grass-fed. We absolutely love them. So they come in these blocks. We buy 2, so they're 2 5 pound blocks. And what we will do is go ahead and cut them up into 1 pound and store them in our fridge. And then the excess is gonna go in the freezer, and we'll just keep pulling from these as we need to. Now, one of the things I really like about this is that it comes with these labels as well. So if you're going to package them in smaller packaging yourself, you can go ahead and stick the label on there if you want to. I don't know, it's just a great option to have. And so this cheese tastes amazing. They have so many different options. We just really like the white cheddar. We go through a lot of cheese too. So this is by far the cheapest option for us. The other thing we're buying that comes in a case, it actually comes in a case of 12. So it comes just like this, which is really nice for us storing in our pantry. But that is our coconut cream. Unlike coconut milk, which can be pretty affordable, coconut cream is extremely expensive, and where we are, extremely hard to find. So we actually cook with coconut cream quite often. We're using this to make all of our Alfredo sauces, anytime we're doing curries. So we're using this a lot as a base for homemade sauces. It's just organic premium coconut cream. We have found that this is the best price we've been able to find. And so if you're one of those people that cook a lot with coconut cream, you should definitely snag it from Azure. And as we are transitioning into fall, that can only mean one thing. Lots of stovetop meals, crock pot meals. We're making a ton of soups, stews, chilies. So we want to be stocked up on all of our pantry essentials. We actually go through a lot of this. We cook a lot of curry. We cook a lot with beans and lentils. And so we are usually always running out of this, always want to have stock in them. So I'm going to start with that. We buy all of our organic red and green lentils, our mixed lentils. We were out of the red lentils because we use those a lot for curries. And so we just buy a 5-pound bag because lentils go a long way. So we don't feel the need to buy more than that. Again, we're only a family of 6. One of those is, just a newborn. So we find that the 5-pound bags last us. Again, I was only out of the red ones. I do have the green ones in the pantry. And so it's nice. I love that they come in these nice little brown bags. You could take them and package them in smaller packaging. I find as frequently as we are using them, we will just, roll this down once we've opened it, clip it well, and it stays fresh. We haven't had any problems. So lentils are definitely a staple for us in this house. Next up, we have our organic black beans. Again, all of these you're gonna see, I'm pretty sure I bought in a 5-pound bag. These expand, they go a long way. And so we love cooking with these. We love making different, like I said, soups, stews, chilies. It's just really great to have these on hand. And it's a lot cheaper if you buy the dry beans than if you buy the canned beans. While I know buying canned things can be more convenient, you're definitely gonna save money, especially if you have a larger family, buying it this way. And so we're buying all of our beans. We use black beans primarily the most, but our kidney beans, things like that, we're also buying this way. And it is just a great way to save us a lot of money. So we definitely want to be stocked up on this as we are transitioning into the cooler seasons. And I'm thinking about what we are cooking the most of. And black beans are my favorite beans. Pinto beans are Nathan's. So we've got 5-pound bag of organic pinto beans. Again, really nice. If you think through it, soak them beforehand, you're really good. This time I actually bought this 13 bean Fiesta medley mix. Just for convenience. So this is a convenient way. If I were to buy just soup in a can, this has got 13 different bean varieties in here, which will just make a really great bean mix. On the back, it gives you the cooking instructions. It tells you if you want to do an overnight soak, all the ingredients. So this is nice. We would typically just soak our beans the night before. Just a little bit of prep work, but definitely worth it. So affordable, especially if you think about buying canned soup. This was way cheaper for my family and it's going to last a lot longer. So things like this are definitely going to be our staples that we're buying from Azure Standard, just because it makes the most sense. So we are still stocking up on our beans. Again, these are things that we're going through quite frequently. So we went ahead and bought some organic Great Northern beans. We're gonna have a lot of cabbage. So we really like to mix our cabbage and our beans together. It makes a nice little soup. And so this is, again, a 5-pound bag. Gonna last us a really long time. One of those we don't wanna go without. And then something I buy in smaller quantities, so this is a 36 ounces, is garbanzo beans. So these are chickpeas. I'm really one of the only ones that love chickpeas. I like to have these on hand if we want to make homemade hummus, which is something that we don't do often just because it takes a little bit of time. And so we don't eat these a ton, but I do like to have them on hand if I am wanting to make up homemade hummus for a charcuterie board. Maybe friends are coming over, or maybe I just want to add some of these into one of our soup mixes, but it's not the primary bean that we are using, but I still like to have it on hand. I can find it organic. Again, it's a lot cheaper buying it this way. So one of those I want to always just keep on hand. So we have transitioned out of the beans. Also, as we're transitioning into fall, we are big bakers. I absolutely love baking, making homemade desserts, sourdough desserts, from scratch desserts. So I want to have all of my essentials. It is way cheaper to buy all your baking supplies from Azure Standard than anywhere else I have found local to me. So we are just stocking up on our baking soda. This is a 1-pound bag. This is one of those things I'm not buying every couple months because it just lasts forever. So we actually just ran out of this from when I ordered it last fall, because usually when you're kneading these things in a recipe, it's a very small quantity at a time. And so these last forever. So it's just pure baking soda, 1 pound bag. And then I also have non-GMO baking powder, a 1 pound bag. This is gonna last me forever. And then we have our organic cocoa powder. This I am ordering more frequently because we're using it quite often. 1 pound bag though seems to do the trick. Every couple months we'll go in and reorder. So these are the things I just like to have on hand in the pantry for those from scratch baking recipes. And then some extra things that we have would be raw almonds. We like to buy our raw nuts from them. We can roast them ourselves, add different seasonings. It's just gonna be a lot cheaper to buy them raw and season how you would like if you want to. These are 1 pound bags. I do find that Azure has great prices on nuts, so we'll sometimes buy the cashews or the walnuts if I'm baking a lot with that in the seasons. But we usually like to always just keep almonds on hand, just for fresh eating. Sometimes we will roast them, add them with some sort of dish that we're baking. So I just always like to keep these on hand. And then the next thing that I did not actually order this time because I totally forgot, but we are always ordering is our rice. So all of our bulk stuff like that, it is just gonna be the most affordable option. So we buy the organic Thai jasmine rice, just because that is what we are using a lot with our meals. These are 25 pound bags. You can buy bigger, but we find that this lasts our family for a long time. So you can see I'm kind of down here. I will definitely have to place an order next week, but very affordable option. They've got brown rice, just traditional white rice. So many options when it comes to this that it's just one of our staples. All right, and last on our Azure haul for our family is our flour. So this is what a 50 pound bag looks like. Now I mentioned I'm a sourdough baker and we go through a lot of flour. So this is organic bread flour. It's 100% whole wheat white flour, which what that means is that it is going to be a denser flour. If you are used to just white unbleached bread flour, this is not that. This could even go through a mill and be milled even more for a finer product. So it is a little gritty if you're trying to bake your sourdough with it and you're not additionally milling it. But if you do have your own mill, this is the best way to go because you can buy your wheat, you can buy your elkhorn, and whatever it is that your baking preference is, mill it at home, and it is so much cheaper. So that is something we are looking into, is getting a mill to where we can buy all of our grains from Azure, mill it ourselves because it is more affordable and we are going through so much flour in our family. But still, for organic bread flour, it's the best option. And trust me, we have done a lot of shopping. We have done a lot of pricing around. It is just a great alternative. So if you do have a larger family, like I mentioned, you can be buying your rice in 50 pound bags, your beans in 50 pound bags. There are so many different options. Obviously, the more you buy, the cheaper it's gonna be as well. But I wanted to share with you guys some of our Azure staples. These are the things, like I mentioned, we're buying every couple of months. We have been buying them for years, absolutely love them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just to take a look into what we are buying for our family. Again, if you're interested in Azure Standard, check out the link below. Go shopping. Trust me, you will not regret it. But thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll talk to you soon.